Today we're taking a close look at Bauman Medical, the clinic founded by Dr. Alan J. Bauman, a name you've probably seen if you've been researching serious hair loss solutions. When I first landed on the site, what stood out was the sheer volume of information. It's not just marketing fluff. There's real substance behind the services, from FUE transplants to PRP scalp therapy, and even non-invasive options like laser light therapy. The interface of the site is clean, but maybe a bit overloaded for a first-time user. There's a lot to click on, and that can feel overwhelming if you're just starting your hair loss journey. The consultation process is front and center. Bauman Medical promotes its virtual consultations pretty heavily, and in my case, I actually tried it. It was surprisingly thorough. The form asks for your hair loss history, photos, previous treatments, and it's reviewed before your appointment, which I found reassuring. The appointment itself wasn't rushed. They clearly know what they're doing, and the doctor I spoke to was able to explain the science behind each treatment clearly, without pressure to commit right away. Did you know people waste so much time just resetting passwords? I used to be one of them, until I found Locker.io, and now I don't even think about it. This and many other useful links you can find in the description. Once you start browsing treatments, you'll see that Bauman Medical doesn't just offer cookie-cutter solutions. They use genetic testing to tailor treatments, and they offer something called PDO-Grow, which I had never heard of before. It's essentially a minimally invasive procedure involving dissolvable threads that supposedly stimulate hair regrowth. It's not mainstream, but the results gallery does show some compelling before and afters. One thing I didn't love was the pricing transparency. You won't find detailed prices unless you go through a consultation. For a lot of people, that might be a turnoff. I understand why they do it. Every case is different, but even ballpark figures would help people decide if they want to move forward. Another point worth noting, their waitlist can be long, especially for in-person procedures. This is a double-edged sword. It means they're in demand, but also that planning ahead is essential. Customer testimonials are all over the site, and while they seem legit, they're obviously hand-picked. I dug into off-site reviews, and while most are positive, some patients did mention slow communication and occasional scheduling hiccups. Nothing extreme, but worth knowing if you're expecting super fast responses. Their emphasis on continuing care impressed me. Aftercare isn't an afterthought here. They offer regular follow-ups, custom treatment plans, and even tools like scalp imaging to track progress over time. It feels like they're trying to be comprehensive, not just transactional. If you're someone who is serious about solving hair loss and looking for a medical-grade solution, Bauman Medical is definitely worth considering. It's not cheap, it's not instant, but it's professional and evidence-based. Just be prepared to go through a multi-step process and invest the time and resources into it. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and hit subscribe so you don't miss any future reviews and insights. Thanks for watching.